Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Amy, and in my channel I talk about plants and my life and journey with my plants. You guys know that I love doing my top 10 Hoya, favorite Hoya video of the month, and I think I'm going to start doing my top 10 favorite plants of the month on top of the top 10 Hoyas, because I know that I highlight my Hoyas a lot, but I have so much love for so many other plants that I feel like maybe I want like a place where I could regularly share that love with you guys. I know that I do that a lot already, but I really love watching top 10 favorite plants of the month from other YouTubers. So I think I'm gonna start trying to implement that every month as well. So I have 10 plants here, and because I already do like a separate thing for Hoyas, I didn't bring any Hoyas for the top 10 favorite plants of the month video. But I don't think you guys will be disappointed. These plants are so beautiful. And I love that there's a bit of variety here, although there's a lot of philodendrons here as well. We have 1, 2, 3, 4 philodendrons out of the top 10 favorite plants of the month. As usual, it was a little bit hard for me to choose. There are some other plants that I feel like deserve to be on the list, but you know, I wanted to just keep it to 10. So anyway, so since I'm gonna be doing this every month, I think that we'll have an opportunity to visit with all of them in the future. Oh, happy Chinese New Year. Oh, is it? Happy Lunar New Year to everyone. Today, we are going out for lunch as a family. My family is not very traditional, and when my grandma used to live in Canada with us, we would be celebrating Chinese New Year like a lot more, like in a more traditional way. But since she's now in Taiwan, we don't do that so much anymore. But I did give her a call last night. It was really nice to see her, and once again, it just makes me feel like I can't wait to go back to visit and be with her. Anyway, so happy Chinese New Year, happy Lunar New Year to everyone, and let's just get started. In no particular order, I'm just gonna grab them. They are just exceptional in my heart, all of them. So let's just get going. I wish I had just grabbed the name for this one before I started the video, but I'll put it on the screen. This Calathea is one of the newer ones that you guys have seen me haul it and also repot it, and I just really love it, especially since I potted into this pot, and I really love the form that it's in, a little bit like a tree, and it has put out this new leaf. It looks like it's going to be really quite big, and also like an offshoot here as well. So I feel like within this year, it'll become a much fuller plant than when I first got it. This was the only Calathea of this kind in the nursery the day that I picked it up. And I just have been admiring this guy from other people's social media accounts and like YouTube videos a lot. Yeah, I think it's really gorgeous. And you guys know that I have a special place in my heart for Calatheas. Yeah, so this one has been just doing really well and so beautiful. Yeah, I will post the new leaves on Instagram once it's fully unfurled. Okay, so that's the first one. And the second one, right sitting next to it, is my Philodendron Pink Princess that I got in a tray. Whoops! Sorry, there's just like a really tall moss pole here and I keep knocking it. Let me just move it aside. This Pink Princess that I got in a tray with Begonia, Jungle Flowers Canada. I wasn't so sure about having a Pink Princess, so I never really bought one for myself because the variegation just seems to be so unstable, and if they don't have that beautiful pink color, I'm not crazy attracted to the plant itself. So when I had got the opportunity to get this plant from a tray with Begonia, I was just really excited for the opportunity to grow it, and not sure if it was going to produce any pink variegation. But it's finally like put out its very first leaf, and it's just I think that I just cannot ask for a better like variegated pink princess variegation. So here it is. This is the new leaf that it's put out. It's so beautiful. Like this plant, I just have such mixed feelings about it. Look, when the leaves are not variegated, they just look, you know, I wouldn't say boring, but like there are other philodendrons that exhibit the same leaf form. So, but just to be able to have these beautiful, like what plant is this pink? I really have never seen this in like other plants. Just so astonishing. So like this was the leaf that, a pink leaf that it already had when Vanya sent me the cutting. And then, sorry, I got some orchietta stuck to my hand. And then this is the first leaf that it's put out. Yeah, so, and then it also has like a little growth, leaf growth point here as well. And when she sent me the cutting, it was a bigger cutting than this, and I actually took another cutting, and it's growing on my moss wall, and it's working on a new leaf right now. So I'm looking forward to that one growing out and seeing what it's going to look like. But yeah, I just am really infatuated with this plant right now. These two little leaves, they just bring in so much joy and like such a beautiful big punch of color. So I'm thinking I need to, since I got the cutting, it's been growing in sphagnum moss. I'm thinking that it's about time for me to give it something more substantial to grow in, and perhaps something to support it, so then it could grow hopefully into a bigger plant. So there it is, the second plant. The third plant has been like a forever favorite of mine ever since I got it, I think almost a year ago. And every time I look at it, I think it's just so stunning. And again, when I'm making the list today, I just think I have to bring it over because it's just, yeah, it has such a special place in my heart. And I think this time I could finally get its name right. This one is the Scindapsus Painted Splash. I think actually in this pot, I noticed, I think there's also some exotica in here too. What do you guys think? Do you think it's exotica or Painted Splash? Like this one looks a lot like a exotica to me. But there's also, these are the Painted Splash leaves. I just love this plant so much. Now you can see there are just multiple new leaves here. These light green ones, so cute. Oops, did I get water on my lens? Just multiple new leaves, and it just continues to grow throughout, like look at this, throughout the winter. And then I love obviously the beautiful silver variegation, and there's this like perfect kind of slight curve to the leaves that make it look a little bit, just like egg shape a little bit. And so because of that curve, the way it reflects light is so unique as well, that it just, yeah, it's just so beautiful, and it catches my attention like all the time. And this is a new leaf as well. Yeah, it sits next to my Scindapsus exotica. I really love that one too for the big, beautiful silvery leaves. But the other one doesn't have this like slight curve to the leaves, and because of that, I just feel like this one, yeah, just is in my favor a little bit more than the other guys because of that. Yeah, don't you guys think this is so beautiful? This is not it's not a rare plant. I think it should be quite easily accessible if you look. They come up in garden centers quite often, I think. I'm just so happy with this plant. And then the third one I want to show you guys, I actually Googled the name before starting this video because I always forget. This guy is called Begonia Berkeley, and I'll put that on the screen as well. And I think I've mentioned this plant to you guys the last time I did like new growth update video of all the plants in my collection, and this definitely made the list. A few months ago, like back in the summer, it was really neglected. I potted this begonia with like 2 other begonias, and none of them did well. So then I actually tossed the other 2 and dug this one out and then gave it its own pot, and I started giving it a little bit more dedicated attention. And ever since then, even though it was like really going downhills, but then immediately once it got a little bit more like regular watering, it just started to pick back up, and it's just, it's reminding me of why I love it so much. The variegation, the color, and now like the resilience of this plant has really made me fall really deeply back in love with it. It's just so pretty. Yeah, and I don't know if I've seen it flower. It's got some flower buds happening in the back. Yeah, I'm really excited about this one. So pretty. Oh, the next one I want to show you guys, it's actually a new plant. I have been admiring this plant ever since I saw it on, what's his name? Nick, oh, I can't pronounce his name, that's why. This guy. Ever since I saw this plant from his YouTube channel, I'll put it on the screen as well. I have been looking for it, and I just could not find it anywhere. There's only like one listing of it on like Etsy, like for a cutting that's in the States. I'm in Canada, so I wasn't able to get it. And but every once in a while, I'll just like Google the plant. And recently, when I Googled it, it popped up from a store in Canada, but that's quite far away. And the week that I found it, it was getting pretty warm here where I am. So then I placed an order with them, and they put a heat pack and like insulated the package for me. But the package actually had to go somewhere else in Canada before transiting to my province. And it was so cold there. I had no idea how it was gonna travel. But when I got those plants, it was just like completely dead, even though the heat pack was still warm. I think it had to travel to a city where it was like -20, and it was there for a few days. So even though the heat pack was still working, the plants were just like got completely cold damage and died. So then I contacted them and offered to like pay for my own shipping, for overnight shipping, and they sent me 2 more plants with no extra charge. I just had to pay for the shipping. And it arrived beautifully, and it's already growing, and I have been posting about this on Instagram. If you take a look, I just have been talking about it a lot, and I really love it. And so without further ado, this plant is the Peperomia incana. I don't know. Oh. I mean, if you get it, you get it. It's just so, it's like kind of like why I love hoyas. It's very succulent. And I love that oval, supple shape of this plant. And it's so fuzzy. Like, it is so fuzzy. I don't even know what to compare it with. Like, it feels like something, like a soft, like scarf that you could rub on your face. And I just love these little shapes. Like, it's like a little fat heart. Yeah, and ever since it's come into my care, it just didn't stop growing. It's like putting out these new leaves. It's flowering a little bit, and the stem continues to grow. I wish once it grows a little bit more, I think I will like share some cuttings with my friends. But for now, I just want to enjoy how beautiful it is. And because the fuzziness, the way it reflects light, it's got that silver vibe to it, but it's not silver. It's just the way the hair catches light. Isn't that so cool? I think it's so gorgeous. Yeah, I said that I have no like favors of this bunch, but I feel like you could probably tell by my enthusiasm. This one like currently is really like on top of my list at the moment. It just, yeah, I just love it. So yeah, there it is, incana, Peperomia incana. The next plant I want to show you guys, it's a little bit dirty because I apply some beneficial insects on it. So this plant is, every time I go into the grow tent, I look at it and it makes me, I just think it makes the grow tent that much more beautiful to visit. And this is the Philodendron SP Silver. It's just, that texture of the leaves is so stunning. And like, you guys know I love big plants. Like, I will always make room for big plants. I just love that. I love how majestic they look, and like I love being blown away and have my breath taken away by their presence. And I think big plants really do that for me. I just, yeah, they put me in awe, and I love being in awe. And there it is. And I just, yeah, she's so gorgeous, and she's working on a new leaf right here. The new leaf has poked out. I'm really excited to see it. This will be the very first new leaf coming in my care in the grow tent. So yeah, I'm excited to see how it will turn out. And because there was only 2 leaves, so I wasn't sure how it was gonna grow, but now I think it's a crawler. It's not a climber, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong. So yeah, I tried to like give it a moss pull, but I don't think that's what it needs. The chunk inside is so big and so long. So yeah, I just wasn't sure. But now I think, given how this new leaf is growing, it's yeah, it's a crawler. So it's gonna need probably more like vertical space to grow. So that's that one. And then the next one I want to show you is my Philodendron Mania Eye. Sorry, I so should have probably cleaned the leaf a little bit before showing you guys. But so this is the one leaf that I love so much. And I moved it out from the humidity box, and it's been sitting in my just like regular room environment, and it's put out this new leaf. There's also some specks on it because I applied the beneficial insect on it for thrips. But I think she's so adorable. Even though she's not as big as the previous leaf, I'm really happy with how she unfurled. There's no damage. And then if you look, the roughly pink petiole is just the bee's knees. It's so cute. Don't you just want like a skirt or a dress that ruffles like this on the bottom or around the sleeve? It would just be so romantic. And because it's still maturing, it's much more pink than it would be once it's matured. Yeah, I am so in love with this new leaf. Well, this whole plant actually. I struggled a lot with it actually. It's a plant that attracts thrips so much. I had to constantly treat it, constantly isolate it, but I have a pretty good stretch of like, I think about 2-3 months now for this plant not causing me any grief. So I'm pretty happy with this plant at the moment. Ooh, the next one I want to show you, it's actually a collection of plants. So I have been collecting quite a few Penguiculas. I really love them. Their flowers are kind of like oxalis flowers. I really adore like how they just have this like down-to-earth prettiness to them, kind of like daisies and like daffodils, or not daffodils, dandelion flowers. I really adore those like, yeah, down-to-earth beauty. And the Penguiculas, they have those type of flowers that I really adore. But I also adore the leaf shape and that they catch fungus gnats. I really love it when I see like the leaves got so many fungus gnats. I just think it's really like fascinating. And I know I've been trying to look for some like more colorful Penguiculas. The ones that I have in my collection are different leaf shapes, but they're all green. And my friend locally gave me a recommendation of someone to talk to locally as well, because he has so many. So then I contacted him and he hooked me up with so many different kinds of beautiful Penguiculas. And because a lot of them are really small, so I potted them in the same pot. And I just want to show you. I feel like what I'm about to show you almost feels like I'm showing you like a tray of jewelries. That's how beautiful I think they are. And here we go. Aren't they just so precious? I love the petals. They just look like little flowers. Yeah, so like the plants themselves, they look like flowers and they still will flower. It's just such an amazing plant. Look at how pink that one is. Is it focusing? There we go. Yeah, and because I have so many bigger ones, I was repotting them and I realized they could be propagated by leaf. I guess I just didn't know enough about them. So these ones, it seems like the leaves will fall off. They easily propagate themselves. And yeah, I have found that even though when I first looked into this plant, I thought it would be really, really like challenging to take care of. My experience with them has been that it's just very, very easygoing. It needs bright light. It needs to stay moist. But other than that, they kind of just take care of themselves. It's really beautiful and fascinating and easygoing. Love these guys. One more shot. There you go. I better hurry up. I have, I think, just 2 more to show you guys, and then we gotta get going for our lunch. And Jordan has to stop by his work before we go to our lunch too. Okay, so the second to last one is this. Let me see if I could pronounce it again. Patura Aquatica. I think I'll put the name on the bottom. And that's this guy. I love this guy. I love the leaf shape. I love the variegation. The only problem I've been having with it is just that it doesn't love me back. Like it doesn't love my home environment for growing it. So finally, I decided to, what is this? I decided to bring it into the grow tent. And I swear to God, it's like the second day that it was in the grow tent, these new leaves just popped out. So I think it requires just that little bit more.
Hey guys, keep getting pinched.
It just requires a little bit more light and humidity than my regular room environment could offer. So like these guys, I could already see some variegation. I don't know if you guys could see, but I could see that these will be like variegated leaves, I think. Let me double check. Yes. And then we have another set of new leaves coming in here. I'm not gonna bend it too much, but can you see right there? Yeah, and this is the very first time I've ever had 2 sets of leaves come out from this plant. So that's it. I'm just going to be growing it in my grow tent now until maybe it's like way more established. But yeah, I love this plant so much. I think it's so gorgeous. It's so symmetrical. It's so romantic. It looks like little stars, and the variegation is so stunning. I love the regular ones too. I may pick up a regular one because they're so cheap, and you could get like a really big size one for a really nice price. But yeah, I am totally in love with this one, and I'm so happy I finally found a way to make it happy. Yeah. All right, guys. So that's the second to last one, and then we're on to our very last plant. This plant has not been growing for a really long time. This plant and my Philodendron Sauteroy is the reason why I am super hesitant to cut any of my plants. They were growing so well, and I decided to propagate them to make some money or to have extra plants. And since I cut them, they just kind of stopped growing. Yeah, so then it just makes me feel like it's not worth it. I want my plants to be like growing, and yeah. So this plant is finally put out its a new leaf, and it's so beautiful. It's so big. So this is the plant that I'm talking about, and it is the Philodendron Florida Beauty. I mean, I'm happy that I cut it because I was able to share some with my brother, and then I made some money to like help pay for the plant itself, because when I got it, it was really expensive. So in that sense, I'm happy, but it really I felt like it stunted the plant so much that, yeah, so to a point where I will really need to like consider cutting plants very seriously before if I were ever to do it. Anyway, so this is the newest leaf, and so because it's so new, the variegation is not very clear just yet, but once it matures, you'll see the variegation more clearly, but it's pretty evenly variegated throughout the whole plant, it looks like, the whole leaf. Yeah, I'm super excited about it, and it's got that beautiful red petio, which I really love, especially on my Florida Goes. But I just built this moss pole, and look, this like can you guys see? This aerial root has worked itself into the moss pole. You can see. Yeah, I'm just check this out, guys. There you go. So this plant is utilizing the moss pole really well, and yeah, I'm just hoping. And it's already got that another new leaf maturing way faster than this one was maturing, so I'm really happy about that. Yeah, she's such a beauty. I love her. I love the leaf shape. I love her variegation. Yeah, she's just making me so happy right now. There you go. All right, guys, I think I've been like super chatty this morning, and I really have to get going. So I hope you guys enjoy these plants. They're so beautiful, and I could almost feel like spring is in the air. It's sunny today. I'm gonna get to see my family. My dad's here for a little bit over a week, so I'm gonna savor the time I have with my family, and I hope you guys are all doing well and staying safe. Again, thank you so much for being here, and I will see you guys soon again. Bye.